super nourishing, easy to make, extremely cheap. This is more than a bowl of soup. Hey everyone, Archie here. It's pretty cold out there. It's Worcestershire, by the way. It's 4 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I can hear a plane in the sky, and I'm pretty certain that's making its way to sunnier climes. My 5 girls are looking very healthy indeed. Their feathers keep them warm throughout the winter, but they're happy as long as they got some freedom to roam. It's not an unpleasant day, I have to say that. We've got a bit of blue sky. There's a rosemary bush that stays green throughout the winter. And here's Stampy making an appearance because he likes to get some attention. The girls, very, very happy indeed. I can hear them telling me, get in the kitchen, there's a soup to make. Stop talking about the garden. So today we're making an amazing soup. It's a Turkish recipe. We're using red lentils. They cook a lot quicker than regular lentils. Very, very simple, very cheap, only a handful of ingredients. Let's take a look, shall we? I need some water and some stock. Then we need some spices, coriander, cumin, chili flakes and chili powder, some garlic, some cilantro finely chopped, some carrot, some red lentils, lots of finely chopped onions, some wonderful crispy bacon and a generous amount of tomato paste. That's it. It couldn't be any simpler. Oh, let's not forget the olive oil. Very, very important. About a dozen ingredients and they don't cost a lot. Really quite cheap. Anyway, shall we crack on? There is my stainless steel lid that goes on my stovetops. I'm just going to slide it to one side, ready to get the pan on. Right, I've got about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use extra virgin or regular olive oil. It's entirely up to you. Give that a minute to get hot. Add finely chopped onions and the fresh minced garlic. I have no idea why I'm using a metal spoon. You can because it's a stainless steel pot, but I just like to use a wooden spoon. I don't know what came over me. Right, here's the wooden spoon, that's better. We're going to cook the onions and garlic for about 8 to 10 minutes on a medium heat until they soften and start to turn brown. So once they've started to turn brown, let's add some spices. Cumin goes in first, followed by coriander. Sorry, let's start again. Coriander went in first, followed by cumin. Sorry about that. In with some chili powder, I'm using mild, followed by a tablespoon of tomato puree. Oh my God. Now I'm going to cook this. I want to make the tomato puree slightly toasty. So I'm going to cook this for about 5 minutes on a medium heat until the tomato puree circulates itself amongst all the solids in the pan. I'm going to pop in a little bit of salt and pepper, about a half teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of pepper, and give that a bit of a stir. Get the pan nice and hot. You can see the tomato puree is dispersed amongst the solids. So now it's ready for some liquid. In with the stock. Vegetable stock if you're a vegan, and chicken stock if you're going to follow the recipe as I do it here. Once that's in, we're going to throw in some water and we're going to give that a good old stir. There's lots of stirring involved in this recipe today. Let's put in these wonderful red lentils. Don't forget the red lentils cook a lot quicker than regular lentils. And a quantity of finely diced fresh carrots. A good old stir again. And the point now is to bring this to a boil. And it's getting there rather nicely, isn't it? Starting to smell quite pleasant too. So once it's showing some interest, boiling away, pop the lid on and leave it there for about 30 minutes on a medium heat. Leave the lid slightly ajar. 30 minutes later, our lentils are nice and soft. Everything is looking lovely. That's how easy this recipe is. Only half an hour cooking time. So you've got half an hour to go off, make a cup of tea, and then you can always come back. What we're going to do now is we're going to take 10 ladles from the pot into the jug. 10 ladles is exactly half. So I'm taking some of the soup, popping it in a tall jug. I'll leave all the specifications in the description below, the size of the ladle, size of the jug, the size of the pot, everything you need to know. Once the 10 ladles are in that jug, I'm going to get my stick blender out. There we are. Pop it down. Whilst it's submerged, press the button, tilt it about a ½ inch to the one side, and that will allow all the solids to find their way into the area where you're blitzing with your stick blender. That's all it takes. It takes no more than about 20 seconds. And I haven't edited this bit, I just want you to see exactly how easy it is. Return the blended soup back to the unblended soup, half and half. Time to give it a bit of a stir again. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just a fabulous soup. When I looked at the recipe, it didn't actually fill me with a great deal of happiness, but when I tasted it, it did. There's some lemon juice going in, by the way. Don't think we talked about the lemon juice in the ingredients, did we? So I must remember to make sure I include that in the list afterwards. Absolutely fantastic. Not sure if we can get a close-up of this, just about, a bit shaky. But look at that, it looks beautiful. That belongs in a restaurant, any restaurant in my opinion. I'm just going to add a little bit of extra pepper. That's very personal. Have a taste, see how you get on. Let's give it a bit of a stir. And let's just, I love this. I love the ladling of this. I just love to lift it up with the ladle and pour it down. It's just so satisfying. I'm going to serve it now because I'm really ready for it. Right. How about that then? That looks absolutely brilliant. It looks neat, it's tidy, it's an appealing colour. The smell is wonderful. It's not too spicy. It's cheap to make. Let's sprinkle some chilli flakes over the top. However many, it's up to you. A little bit of cilantro. Once again, it's up to you how much you put in. I'm adding some good quality extra virgin olive oil just to give a lovely little sheen on the top. And now I'm going to pop some crispy bacon bits around the outside. If you're veganising this soup, please don't put the bacon bits on. And that's it. It's the most beautiful red lentil soup with crispy bacon. A recipe originated in Turkey. It's fabulous. It's perfect with bread. A bowl and a half of this, you won't need to eat again for the rest of the day. Hey everybody, you know what to do. Smash that like button. It's huge for us. And subscribe if you haven't already. Please share the channel with all your friends. Tell them about everything we have to offer. And don't forget, what's more important than anything else, if you make this soup, leave me a comment if you don't make the soup. I'm starving, I'm going to get stuck in. See you soon.